Welcome everyone, my name is Nicole and today we have about a half-hour class where the focus is going to be a little bit on the lower body as we work towards full splits. Something I'm working towards in my practice and just figure I'd bring you along for the journey today. So to begin, let's begin seated. Just take a moment to warm up, ground down, engage your core, rest your hands down, and begin breathing deeply in through the nose and out the nose. And just take us several moments here to fully focus and connect to your breath. And you bring your hands to heart center. Maybe set an intention for the class. And just a word that calls to you, that something you'd like to see more of in your life. And then dropping the hands down. We're going to extend, assuming that you're cold here. So we're going to do a few yin kind of poses while we're cold to get into the fascia. And if you're already warmed up, then just don't go as deep as, we're just kind of staying, just a light warm up here. So wide legged forward fold, flex out the balls of your feet, press down through your heels, and then just kind of wherever we don't want too much sensation, just a little bit, and we're just gonna kind of like pause where it's still real easy, manageable, and breathe there. And we're not overly clenching, it's sort of just like a relaxed engagement, so we're not just flopping out, but you know. And maybe after a few breaths, you notice you can go just a little bit deeper. Maybe not, but maybe. Breathe there. So these yin postures are meant to be done cold. So, and then you hold them for a little while longer, and that gets into the joints, into the fascia. And maybe an inch or two more. All right, so come out, come on up, lean back, hands under the knees, just Gently come out and place your left foot on bottom for little logs of fire here, and then the right shin's gonna stack on top, and then if you have tight, you could always just add a little block or cushion there. And then, flexing those feet strong, press your hands into your feet, feet in your hands, broadening across the heart, sending your tailbones back and slightly spreading. You can stay up high or forward fold. And again, we're cold here, so we haven't really warmed up, so no need to go crazy with anything. You just sort of want a little bit of an edge. And send the breath there, and then maybe you notice it'll open up a little bit more. Come on up, lean back. We're gonna switch the right leg on bottom, and it's coming out a little bit. So when I stack my left shin on top, when I look down, I could see a triangle. Flex the feet strongly. Use a block here if you feel that was helpful or more comfortable. Flex the feet strong and press your feet into hands, hands into feet. Forward fold if you like, or stay up high. No overdoing it, just breathing. Beautiful. Let's come on up. Come undone. And let's bring the feet around to the front of the mat. Fingertips behind, facing towards you. And we're going to do some table press ups here. So inhale, press up, reverse table. Look at the ceiling or the sky, and then lower. Press up, inhale. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. A few more. Beautiful. Now let's reach out in front of us, engage your core, and pretend to pull an imaginary rope here. Really engage. Pretend it's really heavy. Get the most out of it. Beautiful. Now let's stir the pot. Keep pulling in through the core. Keep pretending that you're stirring something really thick and heavy. And switch directions. Just a few more. Beautiful. Now we're gonna come down onto our backs. And then for a little fluid bridge here, fingertips towards your heels, roll each shoulder under, press your hips up, clasp the wrist underneath, maybe roll those shoulders under you even more, and press up, and then the feet away to help open that heart, sending it towards your chin. And then lift the toes. And then now engage, like you're gonna press down with the feet and like you're gonna kick yourself in the bum, but you don't really lift your feet off the ground. And then press up, keeping that, press up. And now your legs should be super engaged. Bum super engaged. And then release, roll down nice and gently. Lock the knees in for a moment. Take a breath or two. And let's do one more bridge here. This time we'll have an option to make it a fluid bridge. So press up and release the hands. Roll those shoulders under you. Like you're going to kick yourself in the bum. Get the underneath of your legs fired up here. And then maybe you dip and make little hip circles. Or little pelvis circles. Going either way or both ways, or just swaying side and lifting up and side and lifting up. Keep breathing. And release and roll down. Let the knees knock in. Another couple breaths. Beautiful. And let's go ahead and roll up to a seat. And come around onto all fours. Wrists under shoulders, knees under hips. Taking a moment to sway it out. Move through some cat-cow. Tilt your tailbone, press down and away with the hands, look up. And then pull through the core, round behind the back of the heart. Drop the head for cat. And then rock back and forth. Your own breath, pace. Come back to neutral. Engage, pull in, and step your right foot through. Extend the back leg long and lift the knee. So we're in this low lunge now. Really press out strongly through that back heel. Almost lower the knee to touching. And then straighten, pressing out. Almost lowering to touching. And then straighten the leg, press out the heel. One more time. Beautiful. Now open your front foot off to the edge of the mat a little more. Wrists come under shoulders. Lower the back knee now, and then your hands can always be up on blocks if you need a little more height here. And then maybe you want a little more depth, then come down onto your forearms. Keep drawing your knee into the midline. Uncurl the back toes. Just keep sending breath to any places that you feel sensation. And then coming back up, kick your back foot in, lasso with a strap or grab for it with your right hand. Create a little resistance, a little bow. And breathe here. You can look over that right shoulder if you would like. And then release the back foot. We're going to come into half splits, pressing through the front heel, squaring that right hip back with the left. So they're level to the front of the mat. Inhale, pulling your heart forward, chin forward, look forward. Again, fingers can be on blocks here. And then you can't come forward anymore, and you can drop the head from there. And then inhale, shift forward, lift your back knee, step through plank, pressing down strongly, core engaged. We're going to lower, elbows in, all the way to the floor. Beautiful. Interlace your hands behind your low back, check out your shoulders, pick them up, roll them down your back, lift your chest, chin, feet. Inhale, locust. Few breaths here. Really pull your fists to help lift your chest and point those toes. One more deep breath in and release. Beautiful. Inhale, roll the shoulders, baby cobra, no arms. Exhale, press up and onto all fours once more. Engage the core, pull in and up as you step that left foot through now. Scooching your right toes back, lift the knee, low lunge. On the other side, breathing deeply. Almost lower that back knee to the floor, and then press out strongly through the heel and straighten the leg. A few more times, lower almost, and then press out strong. Last time, almost lower, and then press out, straighten the leg. Beautiful. Now, Widen that left foot towards the edge of the mat a little more so you can bring your wrists under your shoulders. You can stay high or lower the back knee. You can always add blocks. Or you can come down on your forearms and keep drawing that left knee into the midline. Uncurl the back toes if you like. Several breaths here. And then inhale, go ahead and come on up. And we're gonna kick the back foot in, reach or lasso it, and then kick the foot and hand into one another. Maybe look over that left shoulder. Keep breathing. You can always have like a little towel for all this heavy knee stuff, and just if you have that handy, that could be helpful if you have sensitive knees. And then release the back foot. And we're coming to half splits, pressing through the front heel, flexing it, sending the left hip back even with the right. Inhale, pulling, engaging your core, pulling your chest forward, chin forward, and then forward folding from there. And we're going to inhale, shift forward, beautiful. Lift the back knee, step through plank, pause at the top here. And then from here, begin to walk your hands back towards your feet, coming into a bended knee forward fold. And then we're gonna squat down, press the hips up high. Exhaling down, inhale, pressing up. Exhale down, and just keep at it. Beautiful. Walk your feet a little bit closer. You can keep a little bend in your knees. Grab opposing elbows. Let the head hang heavy. Maybe sway side to side. And then inhale, halfway look up. You're going to walk back out into plank, engaging the core, stepping the right foot through, kicking the back foot in once more, drawing, seeing now about drawing that foot to your bum instead of the resistance we were doing before. Keep a little bit so it's engaged, but think about really getting into that stretch now. Breathe deeply. You can come on the knife edge of the front foot so we can open that hip so you're not squeezing in, although that offers a little something too. And then release. And now we're gonna do the full splits, or attempt at it. So just begin to press out, putting on that back. Just come into your own expression here, and you can use blocks under the hands to stay up higher as well as you work here. A few more breaths. Beautiful. Squeeze, lift to come on out. Back to all fours. And get the left side in before we cool down a moment. So step that left foot through. And we're gonna kick the back foot in. And this time, so you bring a little more weight in that right hand. So you can rotate over, and then we're drawing that foot instead of the bow, we're drawing it into the bum here. Feel nice and juicy. Just breathe into the all that stuff you're feeling. And then release the back foot, pressing up. Now we're gonna do a little full splits on the left side. So you can start to extend the back leg out, and then slowly to whatever's workable for you. Just keep breathing, pressing down strongly with that front heel and into you slightly. We're not just dumping, trying to stay engaged still. A few more breaths. And then squeeze, come on out. Back to all fours. Knees under hips. Let's come into a little puppy pose here. The chest melting towards the floor, hands pressing down and away. And then maybe the chest comes all the way down, chin comes forward, or just the head drops down. And then shifting all the way forward, all the way down onto your belly. And then rest your forehead on your hands for a moment. Take some deep belly breaths here. And just relax into your mat. And then as you're ready, go ahead and roll over onto your backs. And go ahead and place the soles of the feet to touch together and do a little reclining Baddha Konasana. Just take several breaths here before we end with the Shavasana. And then as you're ready to take your Shavasana, our final resting pose, as the feet stay together almost until it feels weird, and then you let them release, opening up, palms face up. You can lightly roll each shoulder under you. And take any final adjustments that you need to make this posture more comfortable. I'll sit in hold space for the next couple minutes. You can completely drop out, breathe into any sensations that arise, and I'll guide you out in a moment. And as you are ready, begin to deepen your breath. Always stay in Shavasana as long as you'd like, though. But if you're coming out, roll to your right side. Pause for a few seconds. And then use your hands to push yourself back to a seated position. Just taking another moment to pause, reflect on how you're doing and any changes between the beginning of class and now. Just practicing becoming an observer. Thank you for practicing with me. The light within me sees and recognizes the light within you. Take care.